Guys, please join. Your class may join the session. उसको on करना please project. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, guys. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the session. And so I have been told that is this a merge batch? Someone from some batch, someone from another batch. Yes, I. Yes. Okay, no problem. So some people might be having some apprehension that something has been covered in previous batch, something in this batch. Remove all those doubts, everything. We will start from fresh. Okay. And we would be taking a usual pattern which I normally follow. And so we will today start with the basic stats. Okay. And before we start, let me give my introduction. So my name is Pranjal Mishra, and from here onwards, I would be taking end-to-end as in starting from basic stats till your SQL till your Python and your data science part would be covered by me. Okay. So that is one thing. Another thing is if I tell about my experience. So I have been working as a data scientist from last 8 to 9 years, and total experience is around 18 years. And I think few people might be knowing because there was some special request coming from some audience that they want to get the sessions from me. So actually, I had stopped taking the sessions from last Feb because I joined some other company. But now, since I have some time, I am again taking your session. And when it comes to the teaching field, I have been associated with the Marcus from year 2017. And I have taken sessions for many PG batches. And most of them have got successfully placed also. So remove all your doubts, all your questions, and we will start from fresh. Okay? Everything fresh. I'll assume no one knows anything. Okay? So some people might be knowing many things, but I'll assume no one knows anything and take it from the very fresh, because there would be few who won't be knowing much, right? So that is one thing. And now I would like an introduction from you guys. Let me know your names. If what is your background from? Have you worked on data science field previously? Are you working in which field you have done your engineering or graduation, like that? Whether you are from technical background, do you know any programming language, all those things. So that will help me in putting the pace, how the pace of the class will go. So can you start from here, please? Engineering in civil engineering, okay. Pursuing and the analytics. You are pursuing MBA also in pursuing program over here also. So I hope you will get enough time. पढ़ने का time मिलेगा? Okay, ठीक है. In which field? You're working in core mechanical industry. कैसा काम है? मतलब what type of work it is? No, explain. फिर से बोलो. Okay. So as of now, you're working. You're left. Okay. BSc Mathematics this year. Or last year. Okay. So from last 1 year. PGI 32. So from last 1 year, क्या कर रहे थे? Okay, okay. So because of pandemic, okay. Which year did you complete it? Which year you completed your degree? Year, किस साल में? Which year? 2021. Okay. In computer science. Okay, good. So this is your final year. So you would be completing your degree in this June, July. Okay, so probably this month. Okay. So good time you joined. MSc in stats. Okay. So for start, you need to connect to the strategy. Okay. MSc in stats. So stats or like or ठीक है.
Hello sir, my name is Kalpesh and I am from Pune itself. I have completed my mechanical engineering in 2017 from MIT College of Engineering, and I have 3 years of experience in automobile sector as a quality.
Okay, so you're still working?
No.
क्यों छोड़ दी? इतनी अच्छी तो जॉब लग रही है.
There is no growth as such.
No growth as such. पैसा चाहिए. ओके, मैकेनिकल सब साथ में हो? नहीं, बहुत सारे मैकेनिकल वाले. Which year did you complete it? 2 साल पहले. फिर तब से. So from there onwards 2 years क्या कर रहे थे? Nothing. Construction industry 1 year. So you're still working? क्यों छोड़ा? Growth नहीं था, हाँ? You've done your PCA. Okay. Which year did it complete? 21 last year. Okay. Degree in which field? Computer science. Okay. So you're working in which field? Like, does it require some coding, technical, or is it marketing, sales kind of technical analysis? Which softwares you are using? Which type of analysis? Databases and queries. Okay, so you're doing your things in Excel. The last person. Okay. Okay, so the people who are there in class, they have given the introduction. So I can see there are 3 people, Amol, Siddharth, and Vedant. So Amol, would you like to go with your introduction?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Amol Gorakshnath Purkar. I am from Nasik. I have done graduation in mechanical engineering from Matosri College of Engineering and Research Center, Nasik. I have also done diploma in mechanical engineering. I have 1 year experience in HVAC industry. That's it.
Okay. Okay, Amol, thank you for introduction. Can we go to the next person, Siddharth?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I am Siddharth. I am from Indore. I have done my graduation in aerospace engineering from Chandigarh. I have been apprentice for 1 year in DRDO TBRL Terminal Ballistic Research Lab in Chandigarh, and back in 2019, I've been selected for CDS, where I've been training for Indian Army, but due to some accident, I was not able to continue to serve in Indian Army, and after that I had joined Boeing India back in 2020. as an design engineer there. So I left my job there, and there is no such growth during the time for 1 year. So after that, I started thinking about data science, that it is very useful in aerospace industry as well, because there are some analysis which we are testing is mainly used based on data science. So my prospect is to join again as a data scientist in my field. As this is all about.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so thank you, Siddharth. Definitely, yes. So data science can help you in that field also. It can help in any field. Okay, so a good decision. So can we move to the last person, Vedant?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Vedant, continue. Yes, Siddharth.
No, sir, it's Siddharth. Actually, sir, one of the student Vaishnavi is trying to in the meeting. So just let her in because she is trying.
But I don't see any request coming. So meeting is not locked. As of now, anyone can join probably.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so there's last person. Okay, so Vaishnavi is able to join. Yeah. Guys, please come back. Meeting को join करो जो class में. Try joining in the online because this is not getting connected. Meeting ID है? Somehow, but this is very. Okay, ठीक है. So those who are in online, guys, please confirm. Are they able to see my screen? And obviously, I'm audible, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fair enough. So basically, from the introduction, I could see that people are from mixed backgrounds. So some are with experience, some are totally freshers, some have a gap between education and they have been pursuing various things. Some from computer science, some from mechanical industry, and some from civil as well. Okay, but so those who are not from computer science or anything background need not to worry because even I am from mechanical background, but that was way back. ठीक है? तो कोई mechanical का हो, civil का हो, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ठीक है? So somewhere mechanical people might have advantage over others also because probably they have bit more exposure to mathematics compared to the computer science guys. Okay. And soon you will realize that maths will be needed in data science field. somewhere. The basic things would be needed. Some calculation. Obviously, software would be there to help you out in any calculation, but still. And those who know are from computer science background, probably they would be a little more comfortable when it comes to coding and other things. So they will have advantage over that there. But I will assume that no one knows anything. ये irritate कर रहा है. तुम लोग please online join कर सकते हो क्या? देखो possible है? Because this is fluctuating. So I dropped message to Trisha. I don't know whether she will respond or not. जो आईडी दिया है ना उसका उत्कर्षण है.
ये क्या हो रहा है? पीछे का भी चल रहा है.
Everyone join. Everyone please go on mute. Okay, are you able to see the screen? The rest, everyone please decrease your volume 0. Those who are in class can directly listen to me. Okay. Okay, guys. So once again, a very warm welcome to everyone. And before we start anything, इसका volume please reduce करो, 0 करो इसका volume. Before we start anything, let's see the way we would be handling this course. ठीक है? So normally Ematica syllabus says we should start with SQL, but I will not start with SQL. We will start with some basic stats. Okay? And those who have done some graduation, some masters in stats, let's see how much probably what they learn and what they would be learning now. Yes. Which batch? Pardon? 32. Okay. Your name? Your name? Okay. So we would be seeing our basic stats, and probably let's say this basic stats will continue for around 3 classes. So let's say Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Then we will move to the volume, please come. Then we will see our SQL. So for in SQL, probably we'll have your syllabus says 4 classes, but we will go for try to cover in around 6 classes. So in SQL, we will learn everything. And then we will move towards our Python. So in Python coding, we will see everything. We will see all the basic concepts of Python from basics to advanced. So Python coding, let me say from basic to advanced. Then we will dedicate few classes on pandas. And then probably we will see how to implement all the basics, all the stats concepts in Python. Okay? Whatever concepts you would have learned over here, we will try to code them in after you have learned your Python. Then we will go towards our plotting. We will create our plots. So plot as in your charts and everything would be created by pie chart, bar graph, and all those things. After all these things, and obviously some exams and all those things would be conducted. I won't be interested in that. Okay? And but you would be interested. Okay? Plots, chart, everything, and then we will start with our data science. So in data science, we will start from a very basic, that is your linear regression. Then we will see our logistic regression. And then algorithms will keep flowing. Data, decision tree, random forest, SVM, KNN, naive Bayes, and some boosting concept of whatever. And the list is kind of endless, if not infinite. After this, probably we will move towards the unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, again, we will see many algorithms. We will see our DB scan. We will see our clusters. Then we will move towards the NLP, natural language processing, which is highly in demand and very powerful thing, natural language processing. After natural language processing, we will move towards the time series. And after time series, we will see our neural networks. So these are the broader topics which would be covered by me. Okay. So if you see the topics are, you will see, okay, broadly 10 to 12 or 15, 20 topics. But within each topic, there would be number of subtopics. So how much time do you think will it take to cover all this thing? So according to me, it will take somewhere around 4 months. 4 months to lagenge. Okay? 4 months. I will cover everything in detail, in depth, and I'll keep on taking asking a lot of questions and everything. This is what is expected from me, but एक expectation set होगा तुम लोग के लिए. कोई guess कर सकता है क्या है वो expectation? बड़ा simple सा expectation. हाँ प्रैक्टिस, एंड बड़ा सिंपल से प्रैक्टिस है, 2 hours of self study, 2 hours of self study every day, not every week. बस सिर्फ इतना करते रहो, and by the time, let's say this is June, July, August, September. So when 30th September will come, you will feel very comfortable. Otherwise, वैसे ही हो जाएगा जैसे इंजीनियरिंग के सेमेस्टर्स में होता है, ठीक है, कि आखिरी में एग्जाम तो दे लिया बट याद कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है. सो कीप वन थिंग इन माइंड, डेटा साइंस इज अ वेरी टफ फील्ड, ठीक है. एंट्री बैरियर्स आर क्वाइट हाई, एंड आई हैव सीन, बिकॉज आई हैव टेकन क्लास फॉर more than 15-20 batches, and what I've seen is when syllabus is about to get over, then people actually get panic कि यार अब खत्म होने को आ रहा है, now they start to study, ठीक है. So if that will happen, then what will the cause would be that the repercussion would be that when the opportunities will come, you would not be prepared, ठीक है. So recently एक अच्छा सा बैच किया था मेरे हाथों से, that was PGA 22 and 23, especially 23. 23 में किसी को अगर जानते हो तो उससे बात करो, and they actually put lot of effort and their placements were quite good, okay? Few of them are working along with me also, okay? And they used to study a lot, and probably before the batch course syllabus got over, many of them started getting the placement, okay? That is one thing. इस class का leader कौन है? Class president. Your name? Rahul. So Rahul is class representative, ठीक है. Class representative की responsibility क्या होगी? Broadly 2-3 responsibilities होंगी राहुल की. पहला कि never miss the class, ठीक है. And when anyone is missing the class, you will let him know what all was done, क्या क्या पढ़ाया गया था. Another is whenever I get any data set or anything I have to pass, I will pass it to you, and you have to make sure that everyone gets the notes, ठीक है. वो काम करना पड़ेगा तुम्हें, ठीक है. एंड उसके लिए मैं तुम्हें एक रिवॉर्ड दूंगा, जब तुम्हारा मॉक होगा तो मैं तुम्हारा 1 नंबर इंक्रीज करूंगा, ठीक है. ये क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव का काम होगा, ठीक है. आई विल कम्युनिकेट टू राहुल, कोई डेटा सेट कुछ भी देना होगा, एंड व्हेन एनीवन इज एब्सेंट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर इन्फॉर्मिंग हिम कि क्या क्या क्लास में हुआ था, ठीक है. ऑल दोस थिंग्स. So can we get started, guys? Start करें. And one more expectation, एक और expectation है, which is from everyone. आप कोई guess कर सकता है क्या होने की? Prepare your notes. अपने notes को इतने अच्छे से prepare करना that whenever you are going for any interview, any discussion, you should be able to revise everything in half an hour. सिर्फ पेज पलटो, रिवाइज हो जाए, ठीक है. Because you would be studying so many things that everything you cannot remember in top of your mind. So somewhere you need to refer something. So prepare your notes very neatly. And again, you can talk to any previous batch जिसने note prepare करूँगा. 23 में से किसी से बात करो अगर जानते हो, या 22 किसी batch से. So people have been preparing notes very well, ठीक है. And that is my expectation that you will prepare your notes in a very proper and structured manner, ठीक है. चलो now. And this is one thing, but before we start, guys, let me tell you one more thing, that since I'm working somewhere and my schedule is highly packed, so I hope Imarticus admin has told you, though this is a weekday program, but your classes would be on Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is one thing. Another thing is you need to be little flexible in timing. So for example, let's say for these 2-3 weeks, timing is 8:30, but later on I may change it to 9:30 or 10. तो वहाँ पे थोड़ी सी flexibility दिखानी होगी, ठीक है? Because you have to match your timing with my timing. Somewhere I would also be little bit flexible. I'll try to match your time with my time, but somewhere we need to be little bit flexible. That is one help I would be needing from you guys, ठीक है? चलो. Let's start from very basic stats से start करते हैं. So over here probably no coding, nothing would be there, but the concepts which you would be learning or which you would be understanding over here, they will play a very big role whenever you learn any advanced data science concepts. So तुम्हारे क्लास में कभी किसी ने मीन मीडियन मोड ये सब कवर करा? नहीं, करेक्ट? किसी क्लास में हुआ? किसी ने यस बोला? अच्छा चलो कोई बात नहीं, हुआ नहीं हुआ जो भी है. So what is mean or what is average? So let's say I have number 5 and I have number 10 and I have number 15. So what would be the mean for this? Mean for this would be 5 plus 10 plus 15 divided by 3. तो कितना हो जाएगा? So this would be 25 plus 30. So this would be 30 by 3. That would be 10. Okay. So mean is nothing but average. You add all the numbers and you divide by the total. How many elements you had. So mean is simple. चीजें सब simple होते होते suddenly complicated हो जाती है database में. Now let's talk about median. What is median? Median is the mid value. Let's say I have a numbers, something like this. I have 5, I have 6, I have 8, 10, 9, 12. So what would be the median over here? Median क्या होगा? 10. कोई और आंसर? Median over here would be 9. And why 9? Because for finding the median, जिसको नहीं पता, please make a note of it. For finding the median, you need to arrange the data. You need to arrange the data in ascending order. पहले data ascending order में आएगा. So if I arrange this in ascending order, then it would be 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had purposefully swapped 10 and 9. जानबूझ की mistake कर दिया था. So if you take in between number, then in between number is nothing but 9. So you have 3 numbers on the left hand side and 3 numbers on the right hand side. So median will become 9. So you need to arrange the data in ascending order. Okay. Let's say I have some different set. I have 5, I have 6, I have 8, I have 10, I have 15, I have 16, I have 20, I have 25, I have 30. Now what would be the median? अब median क्या हो जाएगा?
$15.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have let's say 31 also. और इस 16 की बजाय let's say this is 18. Now what would be the median? $15, 19 both कैसे हो सकता है? मीडियन तो कोई एक ही नंबर होगा ना, 2 नंबर थोड़ा ना मीडियन हो जाएंगे. So over here, if I consider 15 and 18 as one unit, then there are 4 numbers on this side. Sorry, 4 number over here, 4 number over this side. So what would be the median? Median would be 15 plus 18 divided by 2. So कितना हो जाएगा ये? 33 divided by 2. 16.5. So if you think that you would be able to remember this concept, don't write it. If you think समय के साथ भूल जाओगे तो लिख लो. While making the notes, keep one thing in mind. Things are very easy till I'm teaching. Things will become tough when you go home. जब तक मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ तब तक सब इजी लगता रहेगा. घर में जाके जब सोचोगे कि आज क्या पढ़ा, रिकॉल नहीं कर पाओगे. So while making the notes, keep this thing in mind. Data science is easy till someone is teaching. Okay, so what is the answer? Answer is 16.5. Can I get 16.5 in a little different way? And that little different way would be something like this. Can I say 15 plus 18 minus 15 by 2? जब निकालो देखो सेम आता है. 15 plus 18 minus 15 by 2. Same आ रहा है? So this is another way to find the median. So 15, 18 minus 15 is 3. 3 by 2 is 1.5. And you again get 16.5. Okay. So this is another way to find the median. This another way is I would be using now. Okay, so make a note of this way also and this way also. Both will give the same answer. Got it? Any doubt, any questions, guys, as of now? Speed तेज तो नहीं लग रही? नहीं? अगर लगे धीरी है, तेज है, तो let me know, है ना? तेज है? ठीक है. वैसे normally तेज होगी नहीं, because मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को पढ़ाया, तो मुझे पता है कि किसको कहाँ प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है. ठीक है? But still, this is an open forum. People can raise. Now since we have discussed median, let's take one step further and let's talk about percentile. And I'm 100% sure this word everyone would have heard at least. शायद पता नहीं हो exactly percentile क्या होता है, but at least सुना तो होगा. You would have heard, some people might have given CAT exam, GATE exam, IIT, JEE, पता नहीं. Right? So wherever all these competitive exams, they come with percentiles. Right? So let's say there was an exam in a class. And below are the marks scored. Below are the marks scored. An exam. Okay. So let's say someone got 70 marks, someone got 60 marks, some got 63, some got 80, some got 90, some flunked also, let's say 20, 25, 40 also, 65, 83, 87, 44, 55. And let's say these are the marks scored in the exam. Okay. Now, so basically this is the given data. This data is given to you. This is the actual data. Okay, this is the actual data, or you can say the given data. Now, if I ask you a question, what is the, let's say, 82nd percentile, or let me not say 82nd, let me say What is the 73rd percentile? तो क्या करोगे? Do you know one thing, that median is also a percentile? Median भी percentile होता है. Only thing is median is nothing but a 50th percentile. इसको भी note कर लो please. Median is nothing but a 50th percentile. So someone said 50th percentile, it is nothing but a median in between value. So whatever formula I can apply for calculating any percentile, the same can be applied for calculating median also. Okay. So you would have heard what is percentile, heard the word percentile, but today you will learn the concept of percentile. And this percentile concept would be later on used to find your outliers also. Okay, so let me say if I want to find the 73rd percentile. So the formula for percentile, the standard formula is P upon 100 into n plus 1. P upon 100 into n plus 1. What is n? N is number of records. Abhi sirf focus karo, I'll give you enough time to make your notes. N is number of records. So how many records do I have? So first of all, let's do one thing. Let's arrange this data in ascending order. Okay, you need to arrange the data in ascending order. Guys, please help me out. So सबसे छोटा number कौन सा है? 10. Okay, just keep a watchful eye. I should not do any typo error. 10, then I think 25, 26. बोलते जाओ. Which one? 44. Okay. 63. 87 भी है, 86, 87 दोनों है. Okay. 90, that's it. Okay, so let's put the number. So sequence number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So what is the formula? Formula is P upon 100 to n plus 1. So what would be n plus 1? N plus 1 would be 19 plus 120. Okay? And I want to find 73rd. So value of P would be 73. 73 by 100 into 20, which is nothing but 0.73 into 20. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? 14.6. This would be 14.6. Any doubt how did we got 14.6? सबको यहाँ तक clear है? How did we got 14.6? And this is nothing but a standard formula. ठीक है? ये standard formula है. I am not going for any derivation. It is a standard formula. So what does this 14.6 means? 14.6 is, or 14.6 record. 14.6 record is the 73rd percentile. It is 73rd percentile. So which is the 14th record? 14th record is nothing but 80. So can I say 14.6 is nothing but 14 plus 0.6? All right. So which is the 14th record? 14th record is 80. And remember, previously, just now I had find the median something like this, 15 plus 18 minus 15 by 2 nikala tha. The similar concept I'm going to use now. So 80 plus 0.6 into 83 minus 80. Why? Because see 14.6 kahan pe aayega? 14.6 would be between 14th and the 15th element. Am I right? So 14th element is 80 And what would be the 0.6 of this? It would be 83 minus 80 into 0.6. So 80 plus 0.6 into 3. So 80 plus 1.8. This would be 81.8. So this is the 73rd percent. Now please make your note. And while making a note, you will get more idea. And while making note, if you get any doubt, please put your doubt here. We can again revisit the concept. Percentile is not 14.6. Percentile is 14.6 record. Done, guys? Nine? Okay, okay. Take your time. Take your time. Let me know. So basically, first of all, the step we are following is you need to arrange the data in ascending order, then apply the formula, and then make the interpretation. पहले ascending order में, and then formula. So जिन लोग के basic stats हुआ था इसका concept cover हुए थे Okay, so let's. I think people have made their notes. So let's do one thing, guys. Can you find the median for this? Find the median with and without using the formula. Let's say you don't know the formula. Then also I can find the median. Then what would be the median? Without using this formula, what is in between value? 63. Median would be 63. Without using the formula, right? Total number of elements are 19, and this would be the, so 9 element on this side and 9 element on this side. Now apply the formula. देखो formula apply करने के बाद भी क्या same answer आता है? So P upon 100 into n plus 1. So median is nothing but 50th percentile. 50 by 100 into 20. ठीक है? So this would be 10. It means your 10th element. And 10th element is nothing but 63. Okay. So with or without using formula, you will get the same answer. So Prathamesh is continuously entering the waiting room. I am admitting him, but bar. Okay, ठीक है. Now, find the 100th percentile. Hundredth percentile निकाल के देखो. What would be the 100th percentile? सुना होगा ना? He got 100 percentile. Hmm. 100 percentile is 20. 20th element you are saying. But what is the value of 20th element? See, if you apply want to find 100 percentile, then P upon 100 into volume, come please, into n plus 1. So what would be the value of P? Value of P would be 100. 100 upon 100 into n plus 1 is nothing but 19 plus 1. So this would be 20th record, right? But there is no 20th record. This is empty, right? So it means 100th percentile never exists. Okay? Mathematically, there is nothing like 100th percentile. Okay? So when people say I got 100 percentile, it means he got the highest score. But in a way, there is nothing like 100 percentile because nature of the formula doesn't support it. Okay? Nature of the formula doesn't support it. Okay? Isko note down kar lo. Mathematically, there is no 100 percentile. And mathematically, there is no 0 percentile. Because if you want to find the 0th percentile, then it would be 0 upon 100 into 20, which is nothing but 0. So 0th percentile would always be 0, but no one got 0 marks probably. Okay, the lowest. So when people say 0th percentile, it means he got the least score. सबसे कम जिसको आया उसको 0 बोल दिया. सबसे ज़्यादा जिसको आया उसको 100 बोला. But mathematically, these two things don't exist. What is the median over here? What is the median over here? बताओ please. अरे अभी तो निकाला था 63. Median over here is 63. Okay. So till this time, what we have done is we have applied the formula and we have seen how to find the median. But then what is median? Let me put this question again. What is median? Or what does median means to you? मीडियन का मतलब क्या होता है? मुझे लगा था यही आंसर है। अगर ये आंसर सुनना होता तो मैं क्वेश्चन क्यों पूछता? ठीक है, so I am getting one answer. I will not say someone is saying, everyone is saying that median is middle value. Okay, so in a way this is the correct statement. ये मैथमेटिकली तो करेक्ट है, बट तुम लोग बनना जा रहे हो डेटा साइंटिस्ट, सो मीडियन का मतलब डेटा साइंस या रादर क्या होता है? सपोज लेट मी से मीडियन इनकम ऑफ द पूना पीपल इज 2 lakhs per annum. What does this means to you? तुमने ध्यान नहीं दिया, मैंने मीडियन पूछा है, एवरेज इज मीन. So when you're talking about median, don't use the word average. They two are different things. They two are different. So please सोचो, मुझे एक फोन आ रहा है, I'll just take that phone and I'll go back in a few minutes. ये important question है. Okay, so let's say median income of Pune people is 2 lakhs per annum. So what does this means to you? क्या हो सकता है? उससे ज़्यादा भी सकते हो। अच्छा, thanks for giving this answer. But तुम्हें नहीं लगता ये obvious answer है? अच्छा देखो, median income of Pune people is 2 lakhs per annum. So let's say some government agency has done a survey and he finds this thing. So what does this 2 lakhs means? This 2 lakhs means that 50% of the Pune people earn less than or equal to 2 lakhs. अब समझ में आ रहा है meaning? And 50% earn more than 2 lakhs. अब बंद कर दो. 50% earn more than 2 lakhs. If median is 2 lakhs, it means 50% of the audience is earning less than or equal to that income. So now if you have to design some scheme for the person, for the people, this is how you will design it. Okay. So when you hear about median means 50% of the people are earning less than or equal to something. Okay. Let's say if the median score was 60, if I say the median value was 60, it means 50% people earn, or 50% of the people got less than or equal to 60 marks. ठीक है. What is difference between mean and the median? अच्छा, what is the difference between? बड़ा जल्दी आंसर दे दिया. What is the difference between average and the median? आप बताओ. अब ये मत कहना average is mean. दोनों में एक बड़ा बेसिक सा डिफरेंस है. क्या है? कुछ लोग स्टैट्स वाले हैं यहाँ पे.
Sir, average is like we take all the numbers and means half of it, but median is means like which means cannot be taken half of it, means like we have to take the existing number.
Okay, Vaishnavi. So basically, okay, thanks Vaishnavi for answering it. So basically what Vaishnavi has said, okay, I got one answer. The median can be used as opposed to mean, but there are outliers in sequence that might skew the average of the values. For example, the share market, we can see the outliers differently. So yes, so in a way, what Siddharth is saying is right. Okay, so and what Vaishnavi has said is like she has given the formula which we use. Okay, but let's try understanding what's the difference between mean and median. Basic difference between mean and median. Let's say mean income. Okay. Mean income in thousands. Okay. So for example, you are doing a survey of the mean income. So mean income can be anything. Like let's say, I'll not say mean income, but let's say income in thousands. Okay, let's move that word. Income in thousands. So let's say someone is earning 200. Someone is earning, let's say 210. Someone is earning 211. Someone is earning 215. Someone is earning 230. Someone is earning 240. Someone is earning 300, 330, 33, 340, 360, 370, 380. Okay. So what is the mean over here? Mean over here is 281.58, or let's find the mean over here. Let me say mean. Mean is nothing but, let me say, equal to. वैसे वो directly नीचे दे रहा है, but still I'm putting a formula. क्या हो गया? So mean is 281.58, whatever. Can I have the value for median also, please? Calculate करके बताओ क्या होगा? So this time data is already in ascending order. I have purposefully marked it in ascending order. In between value बताओ कौन सी है? So how many records do I have? I have 12 records. So I think so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 240 plus 300 divided by 2. कितना होगा? 270. 270 हो जाता है. ठीक है. So median is 270. Over here in this data, guys, in this data, do you see any a very small number या large number? कोई ऐसा बहुत small या large number दिखता है? The smallest number is 200 and the largest number is 380. So you can say so almost the people are from the same background, middle income or higher middle income में आ रहा है, because income is in let's say thousands of dollars. ठीक है. So let me say, as of now, there is no extremely lower or higher number. So there is no number like 100 or 50 or 10, and there is no number like something. Let's say a new number comes. a new value comes as 5,000. Do you notice the mean changes very heavily? Mean पहले कितना था? Earlier it was 281 and let's say कौन सा number डाला था मैंने? 5,000 and from 281 the value becomes 644. So mean basically increases by around 2 to 3 times. From 281 it becomes 644. But what about the median? What about the median? Median की value कितनी हो रही? New median would be 300. ठीक है? So let me say old median. Old median was how much? 270, right? 270 and new median is 300. New, or let me say old mean. Old mean was how much? 281. 281, around 281, let me say. And then it becomes new median becomes new mean. New mean becomes 721. Do you notice that the change in mean is very big? Mean बहुत तेजी से change हो जाता है. You notice that from 281 it becomes 721. So there is almost 3 times का change आता हुआ दिख रहा है. If not 3 times, then 2.5 times का change तो है. But median is changing very slowly. Median is changing very slowly. Another thing is, let's say if instead of 6,000, if this was 10,000, then also median will remain same. But mean has become 1029. So almost 3.3 times ka difference. Another thing is, let's say instead of 10,000, if this is 1 lakh, the median will still remain the same, but mean is going to change. Now, let's not take this 1 lakh value, but let's go back to our original 6,000 value. Let me say this is 6,000. Now, definitely people will agree that this 6,000 is an unusual number. It is an unusual number. So most of the people were earning between your 200 to 380, and probably this is a rich person. Some rich person, if income is in dollars, probably. Okay. So 6,000 is a big number, right? So some rich person is coming. So probably this 6,000 can be taken as an outlier. Can be taken as an outlier. Suppose outlier. So do you notice when outliers, as of now, let's say outlier is extremely low or high number. When extremely low or high number comes, mean changes very fast, but median does not changes that fast. Isko please note down karo. So basically, add one more line. Median is insulated to outliers. Outliers जब आएगा तो mean change करेगा heavily, but median will not change. So if you want to get the actual feel of the data, also see the median. Median will tell you the correct picture. And we'll take one more example, which will make you understand better. Can I change it? Okay. You are making notes? Okay, okay. थोड़ा जल्दी करो please. Okay, let's take one more example. Okay, so you might have heard this type of news, some that these famous B schools and all those things. Paper में आता होगा ना? Some people got this much placement, that much placement. So placement information by engineering college, let's say, in thousands. ठीक है? In thousands. Okay. So when I say 50,000, so 50 and then you add it. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? This would be, let's say 500, right? Or let me say 200, 400. Something. Okay, so I'm just taking a small example to make you realize what is the beauty of median over mean. So what is the average over here or mean over here? Mean over here is how much? Mean over here is 569.49. So let's say 569. What is the median over here? Median कितना है? Please जल्दी बताओ. कितने रिकॉर्ड हैं? So there are 13 records. So take the in between number. 505. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Median is 505. Let me say, instead of this, let me mark it as a little bigger number. One 184. Okay, so mean is 1184 and everything. Now let's say.
So after this class,
Okay.
So just don't wait for us. I think, sir, after
नहीं, I think 12:30 के बाद इसी क्लास में एक दूसरा क्लास है. I'll leave them by 12:50, so you'll get enough time.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say this data, this actual numbers are not visible to you. So, when you are applying for a college, you cannot see the placement of each and every student. So, college will say, and let's say the college also doesn't give you this thing. And this thing is also not given to you. And college tells you that if you take admission in my college, you should take admission in my college because mean income over here is 1184. उसने सिर्फ mean income तुम्हें बताया, बाकी कुछ डेटा नहीं बताया. So mathematically college is right. Mean income is 1184. But do you think is he giving you the right information? क्या college तुम्हें right information दे रहा है? Probably he is giving you the information which is helping them and it is not helping you. So if you don't know the difference between mean and median, तो तुम्हें लगेगा अरे वाह, mean income is 1184, which is a very good income because this is in thousands. But if you ask for the median income, obviously you cannot get the data for each and every student. Okay? Then median income is 505, and we know what does this 505 means? This 505 means that 50% of the students got less than or equal to 505. So if you take admission over here, there is 50% chance that you will get less than or equal to 505 placement, and 50% chance that you will get probably more than that. Okay. So now people understand what is the difference between mean and median. And why did mean change so heavily? Mean changed so heavily because of this one good candidate. Maybe he got an overseas placement. He got an overseas placement. He was an exceptional student or whatever, or some luck played into him, or he was an influential candidate. कुछ भी हो सकता है. He got an exceptional placement in dollars, and when you convert the dollar into rupees, probably it was this much. But just because of this one person, mean has changed. Which batch? 32. Okay, बहुत late नहीं है. ठीक है. So because of this one person, the numbers look very good. But actually, you should refer it to this median thing. I hope this gives the clarity that when you have the choice between mean and median, try to see the median value. Tell me कोई question? तुम्हारे चेहरे वैसा लग रहा है कुछ. ठीक है. चलो. So take 2 minutes if you want to make some notes or whatever, and then we'll move to some next topic. So basically keep one thing in mind, mean changes very fast when outliers come. Put out. Okay. So now let's continue with mean, median, mode, percentile for time being. Any doubt in calculating the percentile? Percentile सबको clear है? Mean, median, advantage of median over mean. Okay. Now let's talk about something. So basically, median is nothing but a 50th percentile. There are few other things, that is your Q1 and Q3. Q1 is nothing but your 25th percentile, which is also known as your lower quartile. Q3 is nothing but your 75th percentile, which is also known as your upper quartile. So if in industry, if someone says upper quartile, don't get confused. It is nothing but your 75th percentile. And Q1 is nothing but your 25th percentile. वो numbers किसी के पास हैं नोट किए थे जो अभी numbers डाले थे for finding the 73rd percentile? Numbers हैं किसी के पास in ascending order? Can someone tell me? 10, 25, 40, 43, 44, 50, 55, 60, 63, 65, 70, 70, 73, 80, 80, 86, 87, 89, 90. Thank you. That was a good help for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 numbers were there. So if I want to find 25th percentile, so what would be the 25th percentile? 25th percentile would be 25 by 100 into n plus 1 would be 20. Right? So this is nothing but 1 by 4. So this would be 20 by 4. 20 by 4 is not, what? 5. So which is your fifth number? Fifth number is 43. So 25th percentile in this case would be 43. What would be the 75th percentile? 75 by 100 into 20. So this would be 20 by 3. So this is 6.66, right? So let me say 6.67. So which is the sixth number? Sixth number is this. So 44 plus 0.67 into 50 minus 44. Okay. So 44 plus 0.67 into 6. 44 plus so 4.02. So this would be 48.02. So this is nothing but your 75th percent. ये कुछ गड़बड़ लग रहा है ना? क्या गड़बड़ हुआ? नहीं, ये यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हुआ. देखो तुम लोगों ने ध्यान नहीं दिया. एक सेकंड. I think wrong calculation चला गया. वो 3 by 4 है. So this 75th percentile would be nothing but 3 by 4 into 20. So this would be 5. This would be 15th element. So 15th element is nothing but 83. So 75th percentile. So typo error हो गया. 75th percentile is nothing but 83. ठीक है? So what does this 83 means? 83 means that 75% of the people have got less than or equal to 83 marks. Okay, that is all. ओके सो टेक योर ब्रेक. कितनी देर का ब्रेक चाहिए तुम लोग को? 10 बजे, 10 तो ऑलरेडी बज गया है. Okay, I'll put some time. So some people might have not done their breakfast. Have something. Take 20 minutes ka break. Take 20 minutes break. So as of now, let's say it's 10:30. Let's meet by 10:50. Okay. Take your 20 minutes break, and then we will continue with the stats exam. And meantime, I'll go on mute. Okay, so can we get started? So some people are yet to come back. कितने लोग आने बाकी हैं? दो. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes and then we'll start. Okay. So before we start, any doubt, any questions till this point, class? अब तक कोई doubt, कोई question? नहीं?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. Basic stats concepts. Yes, tell me. You want me to revise that concept? Advantage of median over mean. Okay. ठीक है. So next time थोड़ा सा class में time पे आओ. But since you missed it, let me revise it. Let me take one step back. ठीक है. So I hope you understand what is mean, what is median. So mean is you add all the numbers and divide by the total number of the records. And median is obviously your mid value, in between value. Can you see the screen? So for example, let's say this was the placement or package offered by a engineering college in thousands. Okay. So all these are the packages which different students got in thousands. Okay. So what is the mean over here? Mean over here is 1184. So mean is nothing but if you add all of them. If you add all of them and divide it by the total number of records, so it is 1184.846. So I have just remove the float. Okay. And what is the median over here? Median over here is 505 in between value, right? This is 505. The best way to understand. So I don't know. The best way to understand is, let's say if I mark everything as black, let's say this information is, you cannot see the whole data. So when you are about to take the admission in a college, you cannot see the whole data. Let's say the college placement team tells you that the mean income or mean placement offer in my college is 1184,000. So in a way, what college is doing, he is passing you the right information. He has not changed the data. Mean is 1184 and he is telling you 1184. So he has not fudged the numbers. Usne numbers mein koi heer-fer nahi ki. But do you think ethically college is doing right? Is college ethically doing right? Probably no. Why? Because he is giving you the mean. And this high mean is because of this one candidate. Because of this one candidate. So wherever you go in your college or anywhere, there would be some people who would be earning very high. And there would be few who would be earning very low. So if you remove this 1,000, then your mean will come down very heavily. Your mean will come down somewhere around 450. It is 450. So basically, if you notice that because of that one particular number, your mean has changed to 1184. Now, what is this 10,000? This 10,000 is extremely large value. Extremely large value, keeping in mind all the other numbers are between 70 to 515. So this can be taken as a outlier. This can be taken as an outlier. Some outlier. Outlier is an event which is a kind of rare event, doesn't occur very frequently. So for example, let's say if there is a snowfall in Pune, probably it's an outlier. Okay. So when outlier comes, do you notice the mean changes very fast? If I remove this 10,000, mean is around 450. If I include this 10,000, then mean is 1184. But whether you include this 10,000 or don't include 10,000, mean would be median would always be around 505. So basically, if an outlier or extremely large or a small value comes, mean will change very fast, but median will not change that fast. So basically, median is insulated to the outliers, right? So इसको ऐसे याद रखना है. Median is insulated to outliers. ठीक है? Is it clear now? ठीक है? Now let's try to do some more, put some more numbers. Standard deviation. Which is known as SD, and it is denoted by the sign sigma. It is denoted by the sign sigma. Jisko sigma bolte hain. It is not 6, it is sigma. It is denoted by sigma. What is standard deviation? So first of all, let's put the formula. So formula is 1 by n, under root of 1 by n into summation of x minus x mu whole square. What is mu? Mu is nothing but mean. And summation is nothing but, this sign is summation sign, sum ka sign. ये formula सबने देखा होगा, but I am sure not everyone remembers it. It is sum. To take the, so it is under root of x minus mu whole square by n. So for example, let's put some numbers and then you will try understanding it better. But what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is deviation from mean. Keep one thing in mind, that I will tell you, always tell you two things. I will tell you formula also, and I will tell you the interpretation also. ठीक है कि इसका life में meaning क्या है? So stats follow. Yeah, anyone who knows what is the significance of SD? SD हमें क्या बताता है? If SD is higher, then what's the implication? If SD is low, then what's the implication? Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Yes, so what he has said is absolutely right. So standard deviation is used, उसने जो word use किया वो पहले use कर लेते हैं, consistency. Or in a way you can say it is used to measure the randomness. It is used to measure the randomness. ठीक है. अच्छा, before again I will come to this concept, but first of all, some people might be having problem in understanding this formula. Let's do a small calculation. Let's say these are the numbers. So numbers are these. So let's say number was 10, 20, 25, 30, and 40. So what would be the mean over here, guys? इसका mean क्या होगा? जल्दी निकालो please. So इसका sum कितना हो जाएगा? Sum would be how much? 5, 125. 125 divided by 5. So mean is 25. So mean is 25. Then let's apply this formula, x minus mu. So let's apply this formula x minus mu. What is mu? Mu is nothing but mean. So 10 minus 25 whole square. 20 minus 25 whole square. 25 minus 25 whole square. 30 minus 25 whole square. And 40 minus 25 whole square. So x minus mu whole square would be this. So it would be written as 10 minus 25 is nothing but 50. 15 square is, let's say, 225. This is 25. This is 0. This is 25. And let's say this is 225. And then let's talk about this part. Summation of x minus mu whole square. Summation of x minus mu whole square is you add all of them. इसका sum कर लो तो कितना आ जाएगा? 22, 8, 2, 500. Right? So this part, this whole part becomes 500. What is the value of n? Value of n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 records. So 500 by 5. And you take a square root. So it is 100 root. So it is your 10. समझ में आया this formula? So somewhere, some people might use, when numbers are very large, some people might use n minus 1. But when you have many numbers, then n and n minus 1 would give you the almost the same answer. यहाँ पे answer heavily change करेगा, but it would be. Any doubt, any question? How to find the standard deviation? Obviously, you are not expected to do the manual calculation. Softwares would be having inbuilt function. You just invoke the function and you'll have the answer. But समझ में आया this formula? X minus mu whole square. So what is the under root of 100? Can I say plus minus? तो standard deviation 10 है या minus 10 है या दोनों है? क्यों positive? ठीक है, so we will keep thinking that can it be plus minus 10 or only plus 10 or minus 10? And if only plus, then y plus, and if it can be minus, then y minus or whatever. ठीक है. So this is the formula part. Formula part को किसी को note करना है क्या? Okay, take 2 minutes and make your notes. ठीक है. So I'll scroll it a little bit right. So Siddharth sir, as you said, it measures the consistent value from the mean, but mean is 25. Then how it is considered as STS10? Okay, so Siddharth is saying one thing. Guys, read his chat. He's asking one question. You said it measures the consistent value from the mean. I never said it measures the consistent value. I said it measures the consistency. Okay, standard deviation is deviation from the mean. Okay, it is deviation. Deviation means how far or how close the values are from the mean. Okay. So if I write it, I'll say something like this. The standard deviation is the consistent value from mean. It measures deviation from the mean. It measures the deviation from the mean. Higher the SD, more is the randomness. Higher the SD, more is the randomness. So in a way, the standard deviation is also a measure of randomness. SD is also a measure of randomness. Randomness समझता है लोगों को? I hope लोगों को इंग्लिश अच्छे से आती है या हिंदी में बोलना पड़ेगा, पता नहीं. वैसे क्लास तो इंग्लिश का ही है, so 99% of the time I have to speak in English only. But what is randomness? अगर किसी की इंग्लिश वीक है, वैसे मेरी इंग्लिश बहुत वीक है. What is randomness? There is no consistency. Any event which you think is always a random, which is highly random event?
Sir, cards.
Cards.
Deck of cards can be random.
Yes, so that's a good example. So let's say you are playing cards. So what type of cards you will guess is random, right? It is random. So let's say you are playing Ludo, you are throwing a dice. So which number will come is a random event. You cannot control it. बारिश का होना is a random event. कब बारिश होगी? I don't know. Any other event which you think is highly random? जीना मरना तो है ही है. बाकी और कुछ? Which one? Power. Power cut. So according to me, the most random thing is the stock market. ठीक है, ये stock market जो है या commodity market है, ये एक random event है. Today it may fall 1,000 points and tomorrow again it may rise 1,000 points. ठीक है. Yes. No, I will not say random is kind of unpredictable because many a times you can predict also, because in the stock market you can still do the prediction. For example, let's say market is at 10,000. So tomorrow you can do prediction for tomorrow. You can say tomorrow the market would be in range of 9,000 to 11,000. So you can do the prediction. But whether it would be 9,000 or 11,000, that you don't know. Okay? So let's say you are playing a card, or let's say you are throwing a dice. So you will get numbers out of 1 to 6. So you can predict. You can find the probability. but again it is random only. ठीक है, ठीक, अच्छा, let's continue with one few more examples. And जो example उसने लिया है, let's take the similar example. Let's say there are batsmen and let me say player A and player B. बोलो. Let's say runs scored. आजकल अभी जस्ट आईपीएल खत्म हुआ है, ठीक है, देखते हो तुम लोग आईपीएल? हाँ, टाइम पास के लिए. कौन सी टीम जीतेगी वो रैंडम होता है या फिक्स होता है? फिक्स होता है. कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया मैंने थोड़ा सा, कोई बात नहीं. Okay, these are the runs scored by the first player, and let's say runs scored by the player. What is the mean over here? Mean over here is 52.6. Let's say mean. Mean over here is how much? Let me apply the formula itself. वैसे तो वो नीचे दे रहा है. And mean over here is 52. ठीक है, numbers थोड़ा, I have purposefully cooked the numbers. So if you find the mean, probably the mean for both of them is same, right? So if I hide this data, let me say, if I hide this data, then mean is same. And now if you have to select one of the player, then if you take the mean, both of them seem to be same. 0.6 is hardly a difference. Both of them are same. But if I show you the larger picture, and if I ask you, you have to select one player, which one would you select? Player A. Why A? Because he is more consistent. Every time he comes, he is able to make some 20, 30, 40 runs. With player B, he is something like, if he comes, if his day is there, then probably he'll make a century or whatever. But he may get out on 0 also, 4 run also, or 10 run also. Right? So basically, if you are taking player B, consistency is less, randomness is more, so you cannot plan the things according to it. If you have to plan your innings, then probably player A is much suitable. कोई प्लेयर ऐसा याद आता है जो बी टाइप का है? ऐसा बहुत से हैं. बी टाइप का कोई प्लेयर याद आता है? कौन सा? रोहित शर्मा बी टाइप का है. एक टाइम में क्रिस गेल बी टाइप का था, अब नहीं है, बात नहीं. या शाहिद अफरीदी, ठीक है. यू विल ऑलवेज कीप बेटिंग कि आज मारेगा, आज खेलेगा, बट वो दिन आता नहीं था. ठीक है. सो यू कैनॉट प्लान if you take that type of player. Okay. So mean wise it is same. Can I have a quick answer for median? Though calculating the median would be little difficult because first you have to arrange the data. If you notice, probably the median may also be somewhere around same होगी, ठीक है? Median कोई निकाल सकता है, इसका median कितना होगा? There is no inbuilt formula to find the median. A का median कितना होगा? पहले तो बताओ कितने record था? Total number of records are 10. So 72.5 है median, पक्का? Okay, and B का? B का median 97 होगा? नहीं, I don't think so. हाँ, हो भी सकता है. कितना है? So if you arrange the scores of B, so it would be 4. No, it would be 0, 4, 11, 21. नहीं, पहले 10 भी तो आएगा ना? 10, 11, 21, then 89, 97, right? 90, हाँ, 90, 97, 98, 100. So in between two numbers कौन सा है? ये है, right? इन दोनों को ऐड करके 2 से डिवाइड करो. So average is 55. ठीक है? So median value for this one is 55. ठीक है? Median value for this is 55. ठीक है? Now, but let's find the standard deviation. So I can directly find the standard deviation over here. मुझे लग ही रहा कि वो गलत है. नहीं, कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम हो ना. ये यहाँ पे कौन सा नंबर था? कितना था? 90 था. Okay, so it got misplaced. So standard deviation is 45. I think median for this one is how much? 57. Pakka? Okay, let's say. So if you see, mean and median are almost same for both of them, right? But if you compare the standard deviation, do you notice the standard deviation for player B is almost 3 times? I'll not say 3 times, but 2.5 times, right? The standard deviation for B is much higher compared to your standard deviation of A. And why standard deviation is higher? Because do you notice the values are far away from the mean? अब ध्यान से सुनना. For player A, what is the mean value? Mean value is 52.6, and all these scores are between 20 and 75. It means the scores are in very less range. For player B, the range is from 0 till 100. And what is the mean? Mean is around 52. It means there are few values which are very far away from the mean for the player B. And if you remember the formula, what was the formula? Formula was something like this: x minus mu ka whole square, where mu is nothing but your mean and x is your actual number. So for player B, mean is around 52. 100 minus 52 would be 48 ka square, and 52, and what is the lowest number? 0. So 0 minus 52 is again 52 square. So do you notice the x minus mu whole square would increase very heavily for player B, because there are few numbers which are very far away from the mean. But if you see the player A, the numbers are not that far for player A. The mean is around 52.6 and the values are within your range of 20 to 75. So what is the maximum difference over here? Maximum difference over here would be 52.6 minus 75. That would be around 23. And what is the maximum difference for player B? It is somewhere around 52 and 0. It is 52. and that is why standard deviation will increase heavily. So basically, standard deviation is a measure of your randomness. And if data is random, then what will happen? अगर data random होगा तो क्या होगा? Deviation. अच्छा अगर deviation ज्यादा है तो क्या होगा? Question change कर देते हैं. Let's say if deviation is more, then what will happen? What type of challenge will it bring? Let's say क्या मुश्किल लाएगा वो? Or what type of problems will it bring?
सर डेटा ज्यादा नॉर्मल नहीं होगा सर.
Data normal नहीं होगा. Okay, see, I'll not talk about normal and not normal because I haven't discussed that concept as of now. See, basically, answer is very simple. If the standard deviation is high, it means randomness is more, and if randomness is more, decision making will become tough. Decision लेना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So let's say if you select player B, then making a decision is very tough. Planning your team would be very tough. It is very difficult to say how much runs today he will score. If day is good, probably you are winning the match. But if day is not good, you are in big trouble also. But if you go for player A, you can plan your team accordingly. Okay? So if deviation is high, please make a note. Then decision making becomes tougher. Okay? Because higher deviation represents higher randomness. और चीजें ज्यादा रैंडम होगी तो डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रॉब्लमैटिक होगी. Is the formula and the idea both clear? ठीक है? I think formula तो तुम लोग ने अपने स्कूल में पढ़ा होगा, but टीचर ने शायद उसका मीनिंग नहीं बताया. ठीक है? वो थोड़ा हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में ड्रॉबैक है. उसको पता नहीं होगा. ठीक है, वो भी हो सकता है. उसको पता नहीं. Okay. Now, so what was the standard deviation in last question? In last question, I think standard deviation was under root 100, right? And I said under root 100 is plus minus 10. Okay. So what is your final say? Is it plus 10, minus 10, or it is both? दोनों. Plus 10, why plus 10? Why not minus? Yes, now his answer is right. See, इसको एक चीज नोट रखना, standard deviation can never be negative. That is for sure. Formula कुछ भी करे. Standard deviation can never be negative, and answer why it can't be negative. Answer is very simple, because what is standard deviation? I have been repeating. The standard deviation is deviation from mean. Deviation from mean, which is nothing but deviation is nothing but distance, and distance can never be negative. Distance can never be negative. So standard deviation भी कभी negative नहीं होगा. That is for sure. दुनिया इधर की उधर हो जाए, but deviation would always be positive. ठीक है? Because and ध्यान से देखो, does it uses the distance formula? Okay, first of all, let's make your note and then problem. Distance can never be negative. And that's why deviation, standard deviation can never be negative. It is a deviation which is nothing but distance from the kitna dur, kitna pass. So basically, did you notice the distance formula? Distance formula kya hota hai? Okay, we'll come to distance later on. When I'll come to the distance, we'll see various types of distance. But any doubt, any questions as of now, guys? Formula wise, concept wise? No? Okay, okay, fair enough. So let's move towards the variance. Variance is simple. Variance is nothing but SD square. So variance is equal to sigma square. Okay. So variance is nothing but sigma square, and formula wise, another formula can be 1 by n summation of x minus mu whole square. If you don't take a under root, it is the variance formula. Okay. So this is your variance formula. So if standard deviation would be high, variance would also be high. Keeping in mind if standard deviation is less than 1, then properties will change. Okay. So this is variance. So in variance, I don't have to discuss anything else. It is just extension of standard deviation. Okay. Let's talk about distance. Now, this is one thing which probably I'll not say everyone knows, but everyone has studied. Definitely, agar 10th tak ki bhi maths kari to you would have seen distances. So this is your x-axis and y-axis. Anyone who doesn't know x and y-axis, usme problem hai, aisa koi hai? Right? Okay. So let's say x and y-axis. Let me take two numbers. Let's say this is 4, 7. And this is, let's say, 9, let's say 20. This is point B, let's say. So what is the distance between these 2 points? What is the distance between A and B? Distance between A and B. Formula yaad aa raha hai? x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, or you can say x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. Whatever you do, the answer would still be same. So 9 minus 4 is 5 whole square. 20 minus 7 is 13 whole square. So this would be 25 plus 169. So under root of 194. 194 का अंडर रूट कितना होता होगा, पता है किसी को? हम्म 13.928. So 13.928, or you can say round it up to let's say 40. ठीक है ना, अगर 196 आ जाता तो वो 14 आता. Okay. So distance between A to B, will people agree that distance between A to B is same as distance between B to A? Right? Distance will remain same whether you go from point A to point B or from point B to point A. Distance will remain the same. And what is this distance? तुमने जो distance पढ़ा और अब जो तुम पढ़ोगे, there is a little bit difference. Can I say that distance, if you want to go from point A to point B, how many options do I have? कितने तरीके से point A से point B पे पहुंचा जा सकता है? How many options do I have? Can I say there are infinite number of combinations? You can take any of them. कोई भी तरीका, सब भगवान के पास ही जाएंगे, ठीक है? But this distance which you have calculated, this is nothing but this straight line. Basically, this is the least distance, or you can say the smallest distance. If you have to go from point A to point B, then you have to travel 13.928 units. उससे कम में तुम पहुंच नहीं सकते, ठीक है? This is the least distance and it is known as your Euclidean distance. इस word को note down. Euclidean distance. इसकी स्पेलिंग शायद मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज कर रहा हूँ, स्पेलिंग में वीक है. Euclidean distance. एक बार कोई प्लीज चेक करके बताओ स्पेलिंग क्या है Euclidean. Euclidean. हाँ, EUCLIDEAN. Thank you. So whenever I say least distance, smallest distance or Euclidean distance, they mean one and the same thing. So एक छोटी सी चीज याद रखो, Euclidean distance is the same distance which you have always been calculating from your class 7th or 8th. ठीक है? It is the same thing, but the wording which is we are using is Euclidean distance. It is the shortest possible distance. Got it? So Euclidean distance is the shortest distance. अब क्वेश्चन याद है, what is the implication? What does Euclidean distance means in the real life? इसका रियल लाइफ में मीनिंग क्या होता है? ये भी चीज शायद तुम्हारे क्लास में नहीं बताई गई होगी, राइट? So what does distance signifies in real life or real world? क्या मतलब है इसका? Minimize the time. How? Minimize the time. So you are saying you can change the distance? टाइम कैसे मिनिमाइज करोगे जब डिस्टेंस कम करोगे? अच्छा ठीक है, स्पीड शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस ओके ठीक है आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड तुम लोग ने डिस्टेंस हमेशा स्पीड एंड टाइम के कंपैरिजन में ही पढ़ा है बट थोड़ी देर के लिए भूल जाओ टाइम एंड स्पीड फॉरगेट अबाउट टाइम एंड स्पीड उसके बारे में फिर सोचो what does distance signifies in the real world distance is more distance is less then what meaning does it has
Sir, to travel from one point to another point, that means like passage in between it is distance.
okay so okay ठीक है वैष्णवी I heard your answer so basically what I was saying is थोड़ी देर के लिए भूल जाओ about time and distance so about time and speed think beyond that okay before I say something let's try understanding it by an example I'll not say an example but you will yourself give me a right answer let's say there are three person A person B and person C ठीक है this is their income and this is their saving person A earns let's say 5,000 and his saving is 1,000 person B earns 7,000 and his saving is कितना saving हो गया saving is 3,000 3,000 बहुत obvious हो जाएगा let's say his saving is 3,500 person B is 6,000 and his saving is 1,500 change कर देते हैं let's say his saving थोड़ा खर्चीला आदमी है let's say B 900 ठीक है now answer one simple question which person B or C is more similar to A क्यों सी अच्छा आंसर क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कर देते हैं एंड वाई अब now if you say B then you have to say why B and if you say C then why C okay so you are saying if the saving ratio is same then only the person is similar no but I never said that if saving ratios are same then it is similar मैंने तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोला ना so ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है if savings are near about then person is similar so if A and B are saving somewhere around same but A and C are earning somewhere around same yes so which one is more similar numbers purposefully change करके डाला है which one is more similar to A B or C and why saving of C is similar to A or saving of B is similar to A na A is 1,000 and B is 900 so you are saying if saving ratio is same then person is same अच्छा चलो तुम्हारी लाइफ थोड़ा सा इजी कर दें, मुश्किल कर दें? मुश्किल कर देते हैं। चलो एज डाल देते हैं, ठीक है। लेट्स से पर्सन ए इज 30. According to you, which one is more similar to A? According to, as of now, which one is more similar to A? C. You are saying C is more similar to A. Okay, चलो ठीक है। अब बताओ। कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कॉम्प्लिकेटेड था नहीं, तुम लोग ने बनाया कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। देखो, okay, let's do one thing. Let's remove this age column because age will come with its own challenges. I have purposely removed the age. See, basically, let's come back to this question again. Actually, you know I have already taught you how to answer this question, but शायद तुमने mind नहीं लगाया. But no problem. So let's compare. If I want to find which person is more similar to A, if I compare only the income, then B is more similar. Sorry, then C is more similar. C is more similar to A. If I compare the savings, then probably B is more similar to A. Am I right? And then some people are using some different calculation. They are saying the saving ratio. So for saving ratio, probably how much a person, what is the ratio of saving for person A is? Let's say 1000 by 5000. Over here it is 900 by 7000. Over here it is 1500 by 6000. So probably you can compare saving ratio also, whatever. Or if you want, you can find some other numbers also by multiplying or dividing by this thing. If I have to answer this question, or rather if you have to answer this question, then the way you will use is distance. What I will do, I will find the distance between A and B. Distance between A and B kitna hoga? 5000 minus 7000 is 2000. So 2000 whole square plus 1000 minus 900 is 100 whole square. ये वाला रो प्लीज इसका आंसर निकालो. And then I will find the distance between A and C. 5000 minus 6000 is nothing but 1000 whole square. And 1000 minus 1500 is 500 whole square. दोनों के वैल्यूज बताओ. वैसे देख के लग रहा है कि ये वाला नंबर काफी बड़ा है, because it is 2000 whole square. So the distance between A and C is less compared to A and B. So C is more similar. ठीक है? What is the distance of A and B? Distance of A and B मैं तुम्हें ऐसे बता दे रहा हूँ. It would be somewhere around 2000 और 2001 के आसपास आए. कितना रहा है? 2100. ठीक है, 2100. And यहाँ पे this would be somewhere around 1005 कुछ तो ऐसा आएगा. 1500 तो हो ही नहीं सकता. 1005 के आसपास आएगा. Because see, अब यहाँ पे एक बड़ी बेसिक सी मैथ्स लग रही है. Do you notice one thing? 1000 square, 5 square is almost 0 in front of 1000 square. समझते हैं? तो जो आंसर आएगा वो ऑलमोस्ट 1000 के आसपास ही आएगा. करके देख लो. And similarly 2000 square is a very big number compared to 100 square. So जो आंसर आएगा वो 2000 plus something. What is the answer for इसका real answer, actual answer किसने निकाला? अरे बाबा. So 1000 square is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 25. So it is 1000.01. So वही मैंने बोला था. It would be 1000.01. 1000.01 वो मुझे पता है. हाँ वो मुझे पता है, तुम लोगों ने गलत बताया. टू का 4 हो जाएगा, so 2002 आ जाएगा. Okay, guys, एक minute please, don't talk among yourselves. So what is the answer over here? Answer over here is 2002. Answer over here is 1000 only, right? So distance कम कहाँ पे? Distance is less for AC. Distance is less for AC. Now write one sentence. Lower the distance, more is the similarity. इसको please note down करो. Lower the distance, more is the similarity. And this concept would be used in not one algorithm, but in many algorithms. Some algorithms would be totally based upon this concept. They will find the distance and lower the distance, more would be the similarity. So if you have to find the similarity, you will find the distance. Okay? In another way, you can say distance is used to find the similarity. Distance का use करेंगे, similarity निकालेंगे. And similar points would be clubbed together. And not only formula wise, but life में भी देखो, तो मोनी के साथ ज्यादा रहना चाहते हो जो तुम्हारे सिमिलर टाइप का होंगे, इससे नेचर मैच करता है, उसके साथ जाते हो. Okay. Opposite attracts, huh? Okay, so distance is used to find the similarity. Scroll. Scroll on the left hand side. Okay. क्या देखना है? तो numbers देखना है क्या? So that was your Euclidean distance. Now, there is another type of distance known as your Manhattan distance. So in previous example, I had used 2 points. उसके coordinates पे बताया क्या कहते हैं? किसी नोट किया था? 9 and 20. This is point A and this is point B. So basically, what was the Euclidean distance between these 2 points? किसी ने नोट किया था? Shortest distance था कितना था? 13 point something था क्या? 13 point, let's say 92. So this was your Euclidean distance. It was the shortest distance. But let's talk about the Manhattan distance. Manhattan distance क्या होता है? if I have to calculate the Manhattan distance between point A and point B, then it would be something like this. Do you understand the meaning of this symbol? This symbol का meaning समझ में आता है? Arrows. Probably मैंने एक arrow शायद ज़्यादा लगा दिया. Normally we use double arrows. And then I take a turn. And this is at 90 degree. ठीक है? 90 degree का symbol ये होता है. Can someone tell me the coordinates of C? C के coordinates क्या हो जाएंगे? अरे अब तो चाय का ब्रेक भी दे दिया था. हैं? 420? C के coordinates क्या होंगे? 9,7. Anyone who disagrees? See, okay. That's it's very simple. Let's say when you are moving in this line, when you move from line A to C, can I say line A to C is parallel to your x-axis? Am I right? And when line is parallel to x-axis, value of y will not change. Y की value change नहीं होगी. So the y value of point A and C would be same. So can you notice 7 and 7? When you travel along the line B and C, B and C is parallel to your y-axis. And when you travel on a line which is parallel to y-axis, y value will change, but x will not change. So it means x coordinate of C and B would be same. So can you notice 9 and 9? सबको समझ में आया? How did y got a coordinate of C? ठीक है? Now, what is the Manhattan distance between A and B? Manhattan distance between A and B would be mod x plus mod y, which would be 9 minus 4 ka mod plus you can say 7 minus 20 mod. So this is nothing but, so 9 and 4 and 7 and 20. So this would be 5 plus 13, which is your 18. And if you notice, then Manhattan distance is more than your Euclidean distance. And it has to be more than Euclidean because Euclidean was the shortest. Euclidean was the shortest. So any distance which is not Euclidean would be more than. So this is your Manhattan distance. So basically Manhattan distance is the distance if you move from point A to C and then from C to B, then this is known as your Manhattan distance. And just by seeing this diagram, you can say that this distance would be more than the Euclidean distance. It would be more than, right? Because A and B is a direct shortest distance. अच्छा इतना तो पता है ना कि sum of two lines or sum of two sides is more than the third side. Otherwise triangle form नहीं होता, right? So A plus C, or I can say AC plus BC would be greater than AB. That is obvious thing, right? So this is your Manhattan distance. Okay. Take a minute, and if you want to draw the diagram, you can do this thing. So Manhattan distance formula is mod x plus mod y. Nine minus 4 mod and 20 minus 7 mod, or you can say 4 minus 9 mod, 7 minus 20 mod. The value will still come the same. Okay. Now let's come to one thing. Try answering one question. So we have seen the formula of Manhattan, and normally I am saying that most of the time I'll tell you the significance also and formula also. So what is the, where do you wish to use Manhattan over Euclidean? ऐसी कौन से सिनेरियोज होंगे where you will prefer Manhattan over Euclidean? You can find both, but somewhere probably you would like to use Manhattan over Euclidean. कहाँ पे? Have you ever used Manhattan in your real life? कभी real life में use किया? रोज कर रहे हो?
So taxi data.
While traveling, yes. So when you are traveling, you are always using Manhattan distance, right? So if you have to go from one point to another point, you cannot take a shortest distance because shortest distance may not exist. There may be some building, there may be some river, bridge may not be there. So you always take a Manhattan distance. ठीक है? और सोचो और कहाँ पे Manhattan use होगा? Yes, someone was saying from anything from online, guys. Please continue. Who was it? While shipping, export, import. Okay. कहीं और? So I got your point that ships normally do not travel straight line. They go from port to port. I know that. Mechanical वाला कोई आंसर करना चाहिए? अच्छा, have you forgot about Manhattan distance? But have you ever heard this word Manhattan? कहीं तो सुना होगा? Manhattan Street, है ना?
Yes,
New York.
Manhattan.
Yes, so Manhattan. So this Manhattan distance is actually coming from that point only, and I'll take that example also. So for example, let me say, if you want to design a plant समझ रहे हो, manufacturing plant where goods are manufactured, or let's say you want to design, if manufacturing plant is too complicated for you, if you want to design a office space, think what type of distance would you be using, Euclidean or Manhattan?
Manhattan.
Manhattan, right? Let's say town planning कर रहे हो, मगरपट्टा सिटी की town planning कर रहे हो, तो कौन सा distance आएगा? Probably Manhattan would be used. See, let me take an example, if that helps you out. Normally, I don't think Manhattan का use आएगा, but still you should be careful enough that where Manhattan has to be used. Let's say this is a factory plant or manufacturing unit, whatever. I think जो mechanical वाले होंगे उन्होंने कोई ना कोई industry visit जरूर की हो, अपना mechanical wherever you might have seen on some TV, television, whatever. Let's say, and within a plant, if you go inside a plant, you would see that there are a number of machines would be there, right? Number of machine, and on each machine, either it would be robotic one, or some people would be there, or whatever. Some sophisticated machines would be there. Let's say this is your machine number 1, machine number 2, machine number 3, machine 4, M5, M6, machine 7, and let's say machine 8. Okay. So let's say machine 1 produces something, and that the output from machine 1 will go to some other machines also, it can go, right? Suppose, let's say at machine 1, let me take a very simple example. You are melting the iron. तुमने iron को melt कर दिया. ठीक है? And that melted iron has to be used at M8 for casting. Casting means you will give the shape to that iron. Now, and machine 8 will take some input from, let's say, machine 4 also, machine 5 also, and this thing also. So if you want to calculate that distance, if I want to calculate the distance between M1 and M8, don't you think Euclidean is not a right choice and Manhattan would be a better choice? Because anyway, you cannot travel straight from M1 till M8 because some different machines are there, right? So, but Euclidean means a straight line. So Euclidean, if you are finding a distance, Euclidean distance, then probably it's a wrong choice. The best thing would be you have to take a path, and that path can be anything, something like this. Am I right? And if you are doing something like this, then obviously you are, in a way, you are calculating a Manhattan distance. And this Manhattan distance would be more than your Euclidean distance. And if Manhattan distance is more, then time taken would also be more. But let's say, and you have melted the iron over here, and then iron will start to cool down also. So it means it should reach M8 very fast. But if you have done the calculation using your Euclidean, probably by the time you reach M8, iron would have already started to cool down. And now if you do the casting, the objects you would be created would not be of good quality. Iron pehle cool ho gaya hoga. So when you were designing M8, you should have calculated distance using your Manhattan and not using your Euclidean. So when you are doing your factory planning, plant planning, or floor planning, or your this type of thing, then prefer your Manhattan over your Euclidean. Wherever Euclidean is not possible, always go for your Manhattan. And ये Manhattan कैसे originate हुआ था? It is something like this. वैसे history में पढ़ने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. So basically it was something like this. There was a spot. Let's say this is a road and there was one accident spot where normally accident used to take place. So now what authorities wanted, that from this spot where the accident was taking place, let's say spot A, they wanted to have one ambulance also. They wanted to have one, let's say, police team also. And they wanted to have one hospital also. Now, obviously, this ambulance, police team, and hospital, they cannot travel on Euclidean distance. They have to travel on Manhattan. So how should I design my ambulance, pickup team, police team, and hospital so that distance for all of them, the distance or time taken is nearby? They can quickly approach that point A. Okay, so that was one thing. Okay. Any doubt, any questions, guys, in Manhattan distance? Normally, 99% of the time, you will not be using Manhattan distance in your any calculation. But concept-wise, please remember. And obviously, Euclidean distance is very, very important. There are many algorithms like your KNN, K-means, DB scan, all these are based upon your Euclidean distance. So anyway, when we will try to see these algorithms, I will again touch base on Euclidean distance once more. So I have few minutes more, 5 minutes, and then probably I'll wrap up because Ematicus team wants to take, I think admin team wants to say something or something. Let's talk about one more thing. Since I am talking about a line, I have talked about distance, I have talked about mean, I have talked about median, और इस चीज के बारे में बात करिए. Standard deviation, we have talked about percentiles. So देख रहे हो क्लास खत्म होते होते हमने काफी सारी चीजें डिस्कस कर ली हैं. And within 3 to 4 weeks चीजें बहुत सारी हो जाएंगी. So start studying. ठीक है? Let's talk about one more simple concept which you already know, but then let's see how do you know that concept. Let's talk about slope. What is slope? Slope क्या होता है? कभी सुना तो होगा ही.
Yes, sir.
सुना है. ठीक है, थैंक यू. क्या होती है स्लोप?
सर जब लाइन पे हम एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस मेजर करते हैं, मतलब हम जब अगर एक्स वाई एक्सिस पे एक प्लेन है, उस पे हमने 2 पॉइंट्स लिए हैं, तो फिर उस पे जो मतलब हाँ ओरिजिन से लाइन जाती है उसमें से, तब वो एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट का जो डिस्टेंस मेजर करते हैं तो उस पे स्लोप यूज करते हैं.
So what Vaishnavi is saying is right also, and probably Vaishnavi, it's good that you are trying to attempt answer. Let's take. So she was saying about points. So anyway, even I was about to take the points, but let's talk about the slope. Suppose if I have 2 points, this time let me take a simple point. Let's say I have point 4,6, and I have a point 5. Point B, let's say I have 7,11. Let's say. So these are the 2 points. Can I find the slope between them? What is the formula for slope? Formula for slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Or you can say y1 minus y2 upon x1 minus x2. These are same thing. They will give you the same answer. So if I say y2 minus y1, so it would be 11 minus 6 divided by 7 minus 4. So this would be 5 by 3. Am I right? ये 5 by 3 unending number हो जाएगा, right? So let me say this is let's say, let me say this is, let me change the point. Let me say this is 5. So over here this it would be 7 minus 5, which would be nothing but 2. Am I right, guys? ठीक है, इतना ही होगा. So this would be 2.5. And there are 2 points. So there would be one straight line also between them. So what is the equation of straight line? Equation of the straight line is y is equal to mx plus c. What is this m? M is nothing but slope. And what is c? C को वैसे तो constant बोलते हैं, constant, but actually it is a intercept. You will soon see what this intercept is. Okay. क्या हो गया? This is the intercept. Now y is equal to mx plus c. Value of m is 2.5. X plus c. What are the 2 points? 2 points are 5,6 and 7,11. अब ध्यान से सुनना. You put any point in this equation. So what is the value of y? Value of y is 6 is equal to 2.5 into what is the value of x? X is 5 plus c. So 6 is equal to 12.5. Am I right? 12.5 plus c. So what would be the value of c? Value of c would be 6 minus 12.5. Barabar? So this would be minus 6.5, can I say? And this is the value of c. Let's put this value back in the equation. So what would be my equation? My equation would be y is equal to 2.5x plus, I'll not say plus, but minus 6.5. ये equation आ गई. So is everyone clear how to find the equation of straight line? ये तुम सबने पढ़ा होगा, but still I have revised it. My aim is not to build the equation of straight line. That probably we'll see linear regression जब हम करेंगे आज से 1 महीने बाद. ठीक है? Any doubt, any question over here? इससे पहले कि मैं स्लोप पे वापस आऊं. सबको क्लियर है? ठीक है? Now let's say y, let me say value of x. अब थोड़ा quick calculation करना. Please be ready. And this. Let's say when x is 1, then what's the value of y? Minus 4. Okay. When value of x is 2, 1 point minus 1.5. Okay. When value of x is 3,
1.5.
1.5. When value of x is 4, किसका? थर्ड का 1 आएगा, क्यों? ओके चलो ठीक है, 1। चलो और भी अच्छा, पक्का? 4 पे
3.5.
5 पे 6 पे 8.5. I think now people are getting the idea. कुछ पैटर्न दिखता है? Every time the difference is 2.5. जरा देखो तो सही है, check it. देखो 2. Why I will not say the difference is 2.5? Will people agree difference is m? M is nothing but slope. So what is slope? अब समझ में आ रहा है? What is slope? Slope is nothing but, so if slope is 2.5, what does this mean? This means, let's write it down and please make a note of it. If slope is 2.5 or slope is m, it implies for every unit or every single unit, let me say, every single unit change in x, there would be m unit. M is nothing but slope. M unit change in y. अगर x को 1 यूनिट से चेंज करोगे तो y will change by m unit. That is the meaning of your m. Just 1 minute, just 1 minute. ठीक है ना? M unit change in y. It implies for every single unit change in x, there would be m unit change in y. Now, let's understand, you will understand it better by a little more one example. Let me say, for any organization, सबसे important चीज क्या होती है? Can I say profit सबसे important होता है? And can I say profit will depend upon sales also? So let's say profit is equal to 3/4 sales plus, let's say 20. 20 is your constant, let's say. And tomorrow we will see what does constant means probably. ये constant का मतलब क्या होता है? Now, let's say you want a profit of 100 crores. You want a profit of 100 crores. Then I can find out how much sales I should do to find my profit. So profit को यहाँ पे रख देंगे 100 is equal to 3/4 into sales plus 20. कोई आंसर निकालेगा प्लीज जल्दी से? सेल्स की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाएगी? सो वैसे तो ये हो जाएगा 20 into 4 divided by 3. So 320 divided by 3. So 166 के आसपास आए, 166 point something. ठीक है? So it means if you do a sales of 166 crore, then probably I would be having a profit of 100 crore. So do you notice one thing? अब ध्यान से सुनना. So basically what happens? Just एक मिनट, बस एक मिनट. Your slope is able to, or is using your slope, you are able to build relation between two variables. तुमने प्रॉफिट एंड सेल्स के बीच का रिलेशन निकाल लिया, which also means that slope can help you in making your business decisions. 99% of the business इसी इक्वेशन को फॉलो करते हैं, जो इक्वेशन तुमने अपने क्लास 8 में सीखी थी, लेकिन तब शायद टीचर ने वो पता ही नहीं होगा. ठीक है? You do any MBA or wherever, you will hear this word linear regression, linear equation. ठीक है? अब सबको समझ में आ रहा है? What is the importance of slope? Slope tells you what is the relationship between your two variables. So if you know the slope, you can build the relation. So let's say if you want to have a profit of 100 crores, you can get an idea कि मेरी sales कितनी होनी चाहिए. Or if you know the sales, then you can get an idea मेरा profit कितना होगा. Are you getting the point? Okay, guys. So I think I'll end it over here. Admin team is waiting to say a few words to you, है ना? So I will leave from the session, guys. But probably you guys stay for some more time. So Kasha or someone else will be coming over. Okay. I don't want to end the session. I want to leave the session. कैसे leave करेंगे? End means everything will end. Huh? So those who are have remotely joined, guys, please be there. And how do I take the session? मेरे बाहर निकलने का कोई रास्ता नहीं. सेशन एंड करना पड़ेगा क्या?
सर आप किसी और को होस्ट बना के जा सकते हो सर, मतलब ऐसा.
किसी और को होस्ट बना ले, ऐसा होता है?
यस सर, यू कैन हैंड ओवर.
आई कैन हैंड ओवर. किसको हैंड ओवर करें, मतलब कहाँ से करें वो भी नहीं पता मुझे. हे भगवान, कोई हेल्प करेगा मेरी?
सर आप अगर मतलब आप एक इंसान को मतलब उस पे नाम पे राइट क्लिक करते हो ना सर, तो फिर वहाँ पे इफ यू वांट टू मेक होस्ट ऐसा आता है कुछ ऐसा कर.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I'm not ending it, and you can directly use my laptop. मैं बाहर जाऊँ, कुछ कंट्रोवर्शियल बातें करनी, कुछ कॉन्फिडेंशियल. आप यहाँ पे नहीं, मैं ऐसा ना बाहर जाता हूँ तभी ये लोग सही से आंसर दे पाएंगे, अदरवाइज बेचारे डरते रहेंगे. नहीं, मैं नीचे वैसे भी चाय.
कैसे कैसे क्या नहीं है सही से कैसे ये मूव कर रहा है क्या?
अभी स्टैटिस्टिक्स ही है, लेकिन बेटर है, बहुत बढ़िया.
Hello.
Yeah. Just a second. Yeah, I am.